Today we will discuss how refraction occurs in a prism. So refraction of light through a prism. We basically deal with triangular glass prism. So this is a triangular glass prism. It has two triangular bases. This is one triangular base and this is also another triangular base and three rectangular lateral surfaces. You can see this is one lateral surface, second lateral surface, third lateral surface. So three lateral means sidewise. So sidewise surfaces, three sidewise surfaces and two bases. Okay. So what is the angle of the prism? The angle between the two lateral faces is called the angle of the prism. Suppose this is one lateral face, this is another lateral face. So this angle is called the angle of the prism. And also this angle is called the angle of the prism. The angle of the prism is basically denoted by A. So this is angle of the prism here. This angle of the prism is A. Now we will do a simple experimental procedure how refraction occurs in a triangular glass prism, and also we will derive the formula for refractive index of the glass. To do this experiment, you take a drawing board and fix a white paper on the drawing board by means of fixing pins. You place the rectangular glass prism on the drawing board and draw the outer line. You draw the outer line ABC on the glass prism. After drawing the outer line, you draw a incident ray. PE is the incident ray. Then you fix two pins, hairpins P and Q on the incident ray at minimum 10 cm apart. You will see the image of the refracted image of the pin P and Q inside this prism. If you see in this side, okay, if you look the prism from this side, opposite side of PQ, then you will see the image of P and Q, the refracted image of P and Q inside this prism. Then looking this refracted image P and Q, you will see somewhere here, okay, you draw or fix another two pins R and S. If this is R is for the refracted image Q and S for the refracted image P, and draw a line FS. Okay, so PE will be your incident ray. This is the incident ray and this will be the refracted ray. EF will be the refracted ray and FS will be the emergent ray. Okay, so PQ, the direction of the incident ray is this way, this direction. So if you draw a normal, N1 is the normal, and light is traveling from air to glass, rarer medium to denser medium. So it will bend towards the normal. You see, light is traveling, bending towards the normal. So for this refracting surface, light will bend towards the normal. When the refracted ray travels from here to here, from E to F, the light will find another refracting surface here. This is another refracting surface, and light is traveling from glass to air, denser medium to rarer medium. So it will deviate away from the normal. If you draw a normal here, light will deviate away from the normal. So this will be the emergent ray. So initially light was incident or traveling in this direction, and finally it is emerged in this direction. So if you join the line in the backward direction, it will meet at G. So this angle D will be the angle of deviation. The angle of deviation of the light ray. That is, this is the original direction of the light, and this is the direction of light after passing through the prism. So the amount of angle deviated by light is this one, the angle D. Now let us draw a graph taking angle of incidence along x-axis and angle of deviation along y-axis. We start the angle of incidence from 30 degree, and with increase of 5 degree, let us say 35, 40, 45 like this, we will increase the angle of incidence, and the angle of deviation we can study from the experiment. Okay, so if we plot a graph taking angle of incidence along x-axis and angle of deviation along y-axis, the nature of the graph will be like this. Okay, so from this graph you will see that for angle about 47 degree of angle of incidence, the deviation will be 37 degree, nearly 37 degree, and which is the minimum deviation. Okay, and for when the angle of deviation is minimum, the angle of incidence will be equal to the angle of emergence. You see, if the deviation angle will be minimum at about 37 degree, what you can see from the graph, then the angle of incidence I will be equal to the angle of emergence, and this line, the refracted ray, will be parallel to BC, the base. And another thing, at when I equal to E, or angle of deviation is minimum, R1 will be equal to R2. R1 is the angle of refraction by light in this surface, first surface, and R2 is the angle of refraction in this surface. So R1 will be equal to R2. So for minimum deviation, I will be equal to E, angle of incidence will be equal to angle of emergence, and the R1 will be equal to R2. Now let us calculate or find out the derivation for mu, that is the refractive index of this prism. So you see AEHF, this is a quadrilateral. So in the quadrilateral you see the angle AEH, this is 90 degree because this is the EH is the normal. Similarly AFH, this is also normal, so AFH, this is equal to 90 degree. So angle A and angle H, that is EHF, these two angle is equal to 180 degree. So angle A plus H equal to 180 degree. Again you consider the triangle EHF. In this triangle, angle R1 plus angle R2 plus angle H is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so if you combine these two equation, A plus H 180 degree and R1 plus R2 plus H equal to 180 degree, you will find R1 plus R2 will be equal to angle A, or simply you can write A. That implies the angle R will be equal to A by 2, because R1 is equal to R2 is equal to, you can say R, you may write R. So 2R is equal to A, so R will be equal to A by 2. This is equation number 1. Again you see this angle is I and this angle is R1. So GEF angle is equal to I minus R1. Similarly this angle is R2 and this angle is E. Okay, so GFE, this angle is equal to E minus R2, and E minus R2 plus I minus R1 will be equal to the angle D. So you see D, I have taken here DM because the deviation here minimum. For minimum angle of deviation I am taking I, or you will see from the graph, I will be equal to E, angle of incidence will be equal to angle of emergence, and that angle of deviation is called minimum deviation. So minimum deviation dm, instead of writing d here, d you may write dm. So dm will be equal to I minus r1 plus E minus r2, that will be equal to I plus E minus r1 plus r2. And since at dm I equal to E, you may write 2i, instead of E you may write I, so 2i minus r1 plus r2, that is equal to a. So 2i minus a, so I will be equal to a plus dm by 2. And from Snell's law, we know mu equal to sin I by sin r, so that is equal to sin I equal to a plus dm by 2 divided by r is equal to a by 2, so sin a by 2. So mu will be equal to sin a plus dm by 2 divided by sin a by 2. This is the expression for the refractive index of the prism. So in this video we discussed how refraction occurs through a triangular glass prism and what is the value of the refractive index of the triangular glass prism. Thank you.